Hi everyone, welcome to BioNet Vision. Today I will discuss with you a very important topic, ABC model of flower development in Arabidopsis thaliana, and at last we will solve some CSIR net questions. So let's begin. So the picture here you can see is the longitudinal section through a developing flower of Arabidopsis. We can see that the floral organs, which are sepal, petal, stamen and carpel, they are arranged in successive holes. Okay, what are holes? Holes are the concentric rings. The outermost hole is the sepal. Inner to the sepal is the petal. You can see here. Inner to the sepal is the petal. Inner to the petal is stamen, and the innermost is a carpel. According to the combinatorial model, the function of each hole are determined by overlapping developmental field. You can see here in this picture that the outermost is the sepal, inner to the sepal is petal, inner to the petal are stamens, innermost is the carpel. Okay, the carpel, here we can see that the two fused carpel are there in the ovary of Arabidopsis, and this carpel, inside the carpel there are numerous ovules. Okay, three types of genes are involved in the floral development. These three genes are very important. Please remember that. I'll show you the examples of these three genes as well. Number one is floral organ identity gene. This will control the floral organ identity. Okay, they are involved in the formation of floral organs. The second type of gene known as cadastral gene. These cadastral genes set boundaries for the expression of the floral organs. How much the space will the floral organ acquire? Okay, that is like limited by the cadastral gene. It sets the boundary for the expression of the floral organs. It was found that one gene named Superman gene, in short, it can be written as SUP. This is an example of cadastral gene in Arabidopsis, okay, which sets boundaries for the expression of organ identity genes. I'll discuss about the floral organ identity genes in detail in the next few slides. The next gene, very important, is the meristem identity gene. I'll tell you the example, but first know what is meristem identity gene. That this meristem identity gene helps in the formation of shoot apical meristem to floral apical meristem. Clear? They helps in the formation of shoot apical meristem to floral apical meristem. Clear? I'll tell you the examples of all the three genes. Now, please focus, give your all concentration in this slide. It says that floral meristem identity genes are the genes which helps in the transition from shoot meristem to the floral meristem. Clear? The examples include number 1 leafy, number 2 apetala 1, number 3 cauliflower. Okay, now you can see that apetala 1 is repeated under floral organ identity gene also. Okay, please remember apetala 1 is under floral meristem identity, also it is under floral organ identity also. Now look at the genes of floral organ identity genes. Okay, apetala 1, apetala 2, apetala 3, pistillata and ergamus. These are the floral organ identity genes and they control the floral organ identity. Clear? Now this floral meristem identity gene, what is the role? We discussed in the last slide that this helps in the conversion or the transition from shoot apical meristem to the floral apical meristem. Clear? They fall into two categories. So the class 1 categories which helps in the promotion of flowering or which helps in flowering. Okay, they helps in flowering, and the class 2 ones they inhibit flowering. Okay, so class 1 gene include leafy, apetala 1 and cauliflower. These three are the ones which helps in the floral, which helps in the formation of flower. Okay, class 2 genes include terminal flower 1. Okay, this gene is when activated, it inhibits flowering. Clear? Now, in our syllabus, it's also there that we have to study about some genes in snapdragon. The scientific name is antellinum. We have to study about that also. Okay, so in snapdragon, I write the name of the gene here. In snapdragon, there is a gene named centroradiolus. Okay, CEN. So this gene is homologue of terminal flower 1. This gene is homologue of terminal flower 1. Okay, TFL1. It will be terminal flower TFL1. Okay, so this gene is the homologue of TFL1 and this gene also inhibit flowering. Clear? Say both of them inhibits flowering. Okay, so what we studied, the centroradiolus is a gene in snapdragon which is a homologue of terminal flower 1 gene in Arabidopsis, and both of them are involved in inhibition of flowering. Okay. Now we need to know the floral organ identity genes. We studied about meristem identity gene in the last slide. Now the next includes floral organ identity genes. Okay, floral organ identity genes. This slide is very important for all of us. Like they are grouped under class A gene, class B gene, and class C gene. These all of the genes helps in the determining of the floral organ identity. Okay, class A genes Apetala 1 and Apetala 2. Class B is Apetala 3 and Apetala 3 and Pistillata, and class C include Agamus. Please learn these genes examples by heart. Now we got to know about the genes involved in flowering in Arabidopsis. This what I have included is Arabidopsis. Genes involved in flowering in Arabidopsis. Now we need to know the orthologous genes, flowering genes in Snapdragon also. Okay, so Apetala 1 and Apetala 2, its ortholog in Snapdragon is Squamousa. Okay, AP1 ortholog is Squamousa and AP2 homolog is Lipless 1 and 2. Okay, AP3 and Pestillata homolog are Deficiens and Globosa, and Ergamus homolog is Plana and Farinelli. Okay. Now, recently it was discovered that along with ABC genes involved, ABC model, type D and type E genes are also involved. This is very recent discovery. So we need to know what type E and type D genes do. So type E genes, it was discovered that they are known to be as Sepalata, and Sepalata genes include Sepalata 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it was found that they control the entire floral meristem identity. Okay, all of the genes are required for controlling the entire meristem identity. Okay, in all the organs they are required. Now, type D genes were also found. The name include floral binding protein 7, which is FBP7, and floral binding protein 1L, which is FBP1L, and they are involved in carpel and ovule formation. Clear? So the genes in Arabidopsis which we studied include Apetala 1, Apetala 2, Apetala 3, and Pestillata. They all control the flowering, or they all control the floral organ identity, and when these genes are mutated, we see that the floral organ identity is changed. Okay, but the initiation of flower is not affected. Okay, identity is changed but the initiation is not affected, so we call these genes as homeotic genes. These genes are classified under three classes: type A, type B and type C. Apetala 1 and 2 fall under type A. Apetala 3 and Pistillata fall under type B, and Ergamus fall under type C. Please remember this. Now, if all the genes are mutated, AP1, AP2, AP3 and Pistillata and AG, if all are mutated, we see that the flower which is formed is known as pseudoflower. What is pseudoflower is that all the floral organs, which are sepal, petal, stamen and carpel, they all are replaced with green leaf-like structure. Okay, all of these organs are produced with a whole phyllotaxy. Okay, and all are green in color. There is no organ differentiation. Okay. Now the very important part we need to know that type A will specify sepal, type B will specify petal, type A will specify sepal, type A and B, like A plus B will specify the petal, type B plus C will specify the stamen, and C alone will specify the carpel. Clear? This is what ABC model explains us. Here, the A is not collided or overlapped with any other gene. So whenever A is expressed alone, it will express or it will form sepal. Okay, whenever type A will be expressed alone, it will express sepal or it will form sepal. Whenever A is overlapped with B in this region, whenever A is overlapped with B or A plus B will form petal. So here B is overlapped with C, it will form stamen. Here C is alone, it will form carpel. Okay, this is a wild type nature, that whenever A is expressed alone, it will form sepal. A plus B will form petal. B plus C will form stamen, and C alone, when it is present, it will form carpel. Okay, so the genes involved in the formation of sepal includes Apetala 1 and Apetala 2. The genes involved in the formation of petals include Apetala 2 and Apetala 3 and Pistillata. Okay, the genes involved in the formation of stamen includes a Apetala 3, Pistillata and Ergamus. The genes involved in the formation of carpels include Ergamus. This is very important to know about the wild type phenotype. Now this picture is very important. If you learn this picture by heart, you will be able to solve all the questions which come in your exam. Okay, so see, now that this we have to study about what happens if any of the genes are mutated. What is the result of that? So the first picture states that if it's a wild type, if A is alone present, it will specify sepal. Okay, if A plus B is there, it will specify petal. If B plus C is there, it will form stamen. And if C alone is there, it will form carpel. Okay, this is B plus C, this is A plus B, and this is A alone. Now we will go step by step. If one of the type of the gene is mutated. Now, in number B, it says that loss of C function. Loss of C function means if C is not there. I told you, whenever C is not there, then A will occupy all its space. Okay, A and C cannot stay together, but when C will not be there, A will occupy all the space which C in which C was there. Clear? So here in this picture we can see that if C is not there, A have occupied the space which C was previously occupying. So if we can identify, see here A is alone present, so A forms sepal. Okay, here A and B are overlapped, so we can see they form petal. Here B and C are overlapped, so again petal. Here you can see, here again A and B is expressed because C is now mutated, C is not there, so it will again specify petal. And here alone A is present, so here again sepal. So we can see when C is not there, then sepal, petal, petal, sepal will be formed. So every time when you solve the question, please draw this diagram. It will be more clear to everyone. Okay, loss of A function. So if A is mutated, then we see that C is occupying all of the space by which A was previously occupying. Okay, so see, C has extended. Okay, so here C is alone, which is carpel. C will form carpel as we have seen in wild type. So B and C together will form stamen. B and C will form stamen, and C when alone it will be carpel. Clear? Now in the last one, when the B has lost its function, we see that there will be no A plus B and there will be no B plus C. So when A is alone, it will form sepal. When A is alone, it will form sepal. When C is alone, it will form carpel. When C is alone, it will form carpel. So this seems very easy, right? Now we solve previous year CSIR questions based on what we have studied. Now one question came in 2017 based on ABC model during flower development. Loss of A function, when A is lost, results in the formation of only stamen and carpel. Which one of the following floral organ identity gene controls the class A activity? I told you class A activity is controlled by AP1 and AP2. Clear? Class A activity is controlled by AP1 and AP2. So according to that, this answer is our correct answer. Now this question came in June 2016 according to ABC model of floral development in Arabidopsis as shown below. This is a wild type phenomena. Now what is asked? Several genes or transcription factors AP1, AP2, AP3, AG are involved. Which one of the following statement is correct? Apetala 2 transcripts expressed during sepal and petal formation. Ergamus is considered as class A gene. AP1 expressed during carpel development. AP3 expressed during sepal development. So before solving which one is right, I will give you the brief idea again what we have studied in the previous slides, that class A gene, okay, which specifies the uh, sepals and petals, and they include A, which alone specifies the sepal. A is the gene involved are Apetala 1 and Apetala 2. Okay, A plus B involves what? Apetala 1 or Apetala 2, Pistillata, Apetala 2, a pistillata, and Apetala 3. Okay, B plus C includes Apetala 3, pistillata, and Ergamus, and C alone includes Ergamus. Okay, so according to what I have explained, what would be the correct answer? That Apetala 2 transcript expressed during sepal and petal development. Yes, Apetala 1 and Apetala 2, we can see that they are expressed in the sepal and petal development. So this is the correct answer. But let's see why the other answers are wrong. Ergamus AG is considered as a class A gene. No, this is class C gene. AP1 expressed during carpal development. No, carpal development AG is responsible. AP3 expressed during sepal development. We told for sepal development AP1 and AP2 are required. Clear, friends? Now, another question which came in December 2019, individual and overlapping expression of homeotic genes in adjacent folds of a flower determine the pattern of floral organ development. In an Arabidopsis mutant, floral organs are distributed as follows: hole 1 carpel, hole 2 stamen, hole 3 stamen, and hole 4 carpel. Loss of function mutation in which one of the following genes would have caused the above pattern of floral organ development? Clear? So again, I'll give you the idea that sepals, the genes expressed in sepals are AP1 and AP2. The genes expressed in petals include AP2, pistillata, and ergamus. Sorry, AP2, AP3, and pistillata. The genes expressed in stamens include pistillata. Just a moment, friends. AP3, pistillata, AP3, and ergamus, and the genes expressed in carpel is only ergamus. So which gene you can see is mutated? Okay. So as we can see in this picture that the carpel is formed, that means ergamus is normal, that's why carpel is formed. Okay, this is normal. Next we can see that the stamens are formed, that means these genes are normal, that means pistillata, AP3, and ergamus are normal. So according to the question, AP3 is normal, here we can see, and pistillata also is normal because stamens are formed, but sepals are not formed. Clear? So we can see that Apetala 2 is mutated. So this is our correct answer. So here I end my video. Thank you. Now if you like this video and if it has helped you, then please hit the like button and share the video as much as possible. Okay, bye bye.